Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about five guys in the NFL that I think could still get traded this season and could cause a major shakeup in the NFL kind of scheme of things and how this next season turns out. Number one is DeAndre Hopkins, and I've heard DeAndre Hopkins trade rumors for a while. The Cardinals have a new coach. Kyler Murray tore his ACL last year and probably won't be ready for the beginning of this next season. And DeAndre Hopkins has just seemed unhappy in that organization throughout the last year or so. And I think that DeAndre Hopkins could go to a different team to boost their wide receiver depth. He is a little bit older, but he could provide a good 3 to 4 years of good receiver play for a team that's in a win now mode, which the Cardinals do not seem to be. And I think that he could get a return for the Cardinals of maybe something similar to what Brandon Cooks got, which before the Brandon Cooks trade, we were thinking that DeAndre Hopkins could fetch a first round pick, but that doesn't look like the case anymore after this Brandon Cooks trade. The second guy is a guy that we've talked about a lot over this channel and just in sports media in general, is Lamar Jackson. He's been looking for a new contract, a fully guaranteed contract similar to what Deshaun Watson got last year from the Cleveland Browns. But I don't really know what's going to happen here because he was placed on a non-exclusive tag by the Ravens, and the Ravens don't seem willing to budge. But Lamar Jackson did request a trade about a month ago or so, and the Ravens did just sign Odell Beckham Jr. to a 1 year, $15 million contract guaranteed with an extra $3 million in bonuses. So that's like possibly a 1 year, $18 million deal. And I don't know how I feel about that deal, but I think the Ravens are trying to get Lamar Jackson to stay, but I really do believe that he is done with that organization, and I do believe that he will be traded either this season or he will leave as a free agent next year to a different team. A team that I could see him going to is the Indianapolis Colts. If it's pre-draft for the Colts first round pick, the high first round pick, just so that the Ravens can take a new quarterback, one of these quarterbacks in this loaded NFL draft. Another guy I've heard rumors about is Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans, and I think that a perfect fit for him could be the Buffalo Bills, just because of the Bills' desperate need for a running game, and they're in a win-now state, and Derrick Henry is getting closer to 30, which is often where running backs' careers tend to kind of drift off, but Derrick Henry has proven to us that he's a physical specimen, and I think that he could easily go for another 3 to 4 seasons of really good, productive top 5 running back play. And I think that's exactly what the Bills need. And of course, you might not see the same 2,000 yard, 1,800 yard seasons that we're used to from Derrick Henry, just because that offense is so much more dynamic than the Titans offense. But I think that Derrick Henry is definitely a candidate to get traded to either the Bills or another team that's running back needy here going into this next season. And I think Derrick Henry will likely get traded after the draft, just in case a team can pick up a guy like Bijan Robinson out of Texas or another guy like that. Just because if you can go and get a guy on a rookie contract to be your starting running back, that's ideal. But a team like the Bills could go and get Derrick Henry as well, as a guy for the next 3 to 4 years to really bolster their running game. Aaron Rodgers is another guy that has been in a lot of trade rumors, not only this offseason, but over the last few off seasons. But this year he's come out and said that he wants to be traded to the Jets, and the Packers and Jets have been in constant trade talks for the past what seems like 3 years, but it's probably been about 2 to 3 months. But I am starting to become a little bit skeptical that this deal actually gets done, and I might make a video on this later on, just kind of talking about why I don't know if this deal is actually going to get done. And I've talked about before on this channel how I don't even know if this is the best option for the Jets to go forward with Aaron Rodgers, but that's another topic for another video. I think that Aaron Rodgers, if he doesn't get traded to the New York Jets, I think he could be traded to a different team as well. A team maybe like a Tampa Bay Buccaneers or some team like that, just because he still does have maybe a couple years left. And if there's a team that has a really good roster that is in win now mode but just is lacking that quarterback play, then he could easily go to that team, and even that team like the Las Vegas Raiders, because the Raiders do have Josh Jacobs, and they also have Devontae Adams. And Josh Jacobs is coming off a year where he led the NFL in rushing yards, and Devontae Adams is easily a top 3 receiver in the NFL. So if Aaron Rodgers does not get traded to the Jets, I think Las Vegas is his prime destination. The final guy on this list, I think, is Austin Eckler, because he has come out and said that he feels, I think, punched in the face is the quote he used, by the Los Angeles Chargers, because of they are not willing to renegotiate a contract right now, even though he believes that he's worth more than he's getting paid right now. And as a Chargers fan, this hurts, because I really like Austin Eckler and I want him to stick around, but I don't want to pay him a lot of money because he is getting up there in age, and I don't want to be tied down to a running back long term if he all of a sudden falls off a cliff, and then we can get a different running back that's better in like the draft. Like if Bijan Robinson, like I mentioned before, drops to the Chargers at their draft pick, I think that the Chargers could pounce on that and draft him instead of paying Austin Eckler a lot of money, because Austin Eckler has been a great running back. He's led the NFL in touchdowns a couple of seasons now, I think, and he's been an all-purpose back for them. But as guys get older, then of course they're not going to be as valuable to a team. And look what happened with Ezekiel Elliott. He got paid, I think, $18 million a year, and then all of a sudden his production just fell off, and he was a salary cap hit to the Cowboys, and kind of held them back from making other signings, and they kind of had to trade Amari Cooper because of their salary cap tightness. And it just makes life a whole lot more difficult if you pay a running back and he eventually drops off a cliff during that big contract. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to get more content. I'm super appreciative of the support in the last few videos here, and my subscriber count has shot up as of late, and I've been getting a lot more support on my videos, and I really appreciate that from you guys.